Not even on the right camera. That's the story of my life. When I do these live classes, I always end up talking to the live camera, and it's not intentional for comedic effect, but I think it ends up having a very comedic effect. Hello, I'm Scott Anderson. This is Stronger Yoga, and what I want to start with today before we break into our practice, which will be in about a minute or so, and you can always skip ahead if you want to. I'm just thinking this is the Pillsbury proverb. Okay, so try to stick with me because I have a weird mind, and I have this tradition with my daughter. Every Saturday morning, we have Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Don't judge. I don't judge you. Okay, but you know, you've seen this tube, right, at the grocery store. And basically what you have to do is you have to peel away this paper layer and then whack it, and then it bursts open, right? So yoga is the paper wrapper. It keeps shit tight. It keeps you together, okay? Because if you don't have it, and then just one little bump and you're just like dough, just like oozing out of cardboard. That's what you are, and that's what I am too. So I started practicing yoga. Good morning, Denny. This is being recorded on a Saturday morning. I started doing yoga about 20 years ago, and I found that it didn't solve all of my problems in my life, but it almost did. What it does is it gives you an inner strength, and so what I hope is that we can, if any blessing comes out of having a pandemic and having every business pretty much shut down, to the breaking point is that we're going to hopefully get back to some non-corporate yoga. Because when I started about 20 years ago, you would go into the yoga class and there would be some enlightening idea from a yoga teacher, and then we would do a flow, and then we would stop at any time when the group needed to collectively have a better understanding of how to do something. In other words, you could actually stop the class, and rather than, I think the corporate way is that we can't really just keep them flowing, keep them going, pull them in, kick them out, and I'm sorry, this is just a weird rant, isn't it? But this is me on a Saturday morning, and this is authentic. So it's probably not polished, but at least it's authentic, and Lee is here. What up, dude? Lee, I'm so happy you're here. Lee is one of the producers of the show. So thank you, Lee, for being here today. But it's Saturday morning. I just made my kid some cinnamon rolls, and then I was doing dishes, and then I had to clean out the microwave, and I had to pick up around the house, and so I didn't have all morning to meditate and do a bunch of my favorite chants. Hello, Val. Sarah and I are with you guys this morning. Hi. Hi, Sarah. It's good to see you too. So anyway, I'm going to try to continue to see these comments here, but I have to step over to my mat, and I'm old. My eyes ain't so good. Pillsbury Yoga. That's right, Karen. So, good morning, everybody. I hope you've rolled out your mats. I have a feeling we're going to get deep in the shit today. So, thank you for being here. And if you're watching this later, thank you for that too. Let's do this. I got to bring up my control here. Live is unpolished, but live is fun. I might fart. You know, I don't want to hit that. Which camera? All right, I got my shit together, you guys, I swear. All right, so go ahead and kneel on the back half of your surfboard. And if you don't happen to have a super cool yoga surfboard, I know where you can get one. But it just so happens, as Randy would say from South Park, you might need a block. You can see a skull and an hourglass behind me. And the reason that I have those, and then I swear we're going to get started, But the reason that I have those is to constantly be reminded of the idea of memento mori. Remember that you're going to die. You only have so much time left. And you are, for today, a pack of Pillsbury in a tube. So let's tighten it up. Come into downward facing dog. I'm so glad you guys are here. Lift your butt, bend your knees, and begin to twist your belly button to the right and to the left. And you get this nice stretch in your side bodies and in your back. And then go ahead and place your knees back on the mat. Point your toes, sit to your heels, and place your hands behind your feet. And begin to, don't lift your butt yet, guys. First, just press your chest to the ceiling and feel your collarbone spread. And then lengthen the back of your neck so it's not falling back to where your voice would start to sound really weird. So we really even got to work on the muscles in the neck, right? Now that you've pressed your chest up, now go ahead and thrust those hips up by pressing down into the shins and the top of the feet. All the way to the top of the feet, all the way to your toenails. Press down and lower your hips. And now slide your hands back to the top of your mat and return to downward facing dog. This time we're going to search for a little stillness. So set your hands, spread your fingers. Look straight down where sweat would drop off your nose and hit your mat. That's your eyes target, not your feet. A little bend in your knees, and you can use the low back to pull the mounds of the glutes up. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your knees again. This time we're going to step the right foot forward into a knight's position and work it forward and back. We're going to, by doing this, create a little bit more opportunity, in this case the left hip and the right ankle. So, where my hands go, it doesn't matter. We're going to give you two big challenges today. One's an open hip balance challenge, one's a neutral hip balance challenge. And what we're constantly working on is trying to strengthen this posterior chain of the hamstring, the butt, and the low back. Go ahead and step your right foot back, point your toes behind you, place your hands behind your feet, look up at the ceiling, find an interesting little dot up there for your eyes to focus on, and then press your chest to it, and then begin to thrust your hips up. And again, I want you to feel that you're using your legs from the knees to the toes, and the palms of your hands and the tips of your fingers to push everything up. And slowly release. Slide your hands forward, and lift your knees, press back into downward facing dog. Opening up the shoulders by getting the heart closer to the space between the big toes. Looking straight down. You're avoiding looking at your feet the way you avoid looking at a homeless person when you walk by. And release. Or hopefully you don't. Now step your left foot forward, just into a knight's pose. And we're just going to move it, move it. I did no preparation, you know why? Because I knew if I did, I would get stressed out at what I was going to have to do. So, see, you guys can't be really stressed because you don't know what's going to happen. And now I have that same opportunity. I don't know what's going to happen. I know it's going to suck a lot. It's going to be torment and torture, but that's how we forge ourselves. Back and forth. And remember, you're trying to create more range of motion in this ankle. And we're starting to load the knees. Because trust me, we want to work up to this a little bit. This is going to be some hard work today. Hope you're up for that. Plant your hands, slide your left foot back. Last one, guys, point your toes, sit to your heels, hands behind your feet. First, look up. We want to develop pattern in the way we think, not just patterns of movement. So we want to break it down, and I'm going to push with my palms, and I feel the space in my collarbones. And then I began to press from the toenails to the knees. Going up, the movement slows down. But we never reach end range because we're just moving until it's time to decelerate and unmove. Slide your hands forward, come into downward facing dog. Set your dog. Lift your right leg into the air. Open your hip, bend your knee, turn your ankle once or twice. And then step your right foot to the inside of your right hand. And again, move around a little bit. You can't do it wrong. All I want you to do is make sure you've got your right foot where you want it. So if it's not far enough forward, step it forward. You can twist right, twist left. There's no movement that's wrong. Just try to leave your feet where they are in that lunge position. Reach your right hand up and pull your hips down. Now what you're trying to do is shine your palm in the same direction as your chest. So the wall to your right, or to the right of your mat, is where you're trying to look and square your chest off to. And if your right knee was on that wall, you'd want your right hand on that wall. So you don't have to reach behind you and rotate the arm. Reach down, step back, and do a push-up. Press back into downward facing dog. Other side. Lift your left leg, bend your knee, open your hip. Turn the ankle once or twice. Step your left foot to the inside of your left hand, soft as you can, and move. So if your foot came up short, that first step forward from down dog can usually end up short. You might need to use the toes to encourage the foot further forward. Pushing back to test that tension in the left hamstring. And then let's see how our trunk rotation is. Reach your left hand up. Pull your hips down. Remember, you're not trying to rotate your left palm to fool yourself into more rotation. That would be your palm turning towards the back edge of your mat. If your chest has turned left, mine has turned to the bookcase. So I'm looking at the bookcase. Might look up to see my left hand and make sure I know what it's doing, because the position of my hand is going to inform me what my shoulder's doing. Reach down. And you might ask yourself, well, what should it be doing? Step your left foot back, do a push-up. Press back into down dog. What any part of your body might be doing is not necessarily as important as your awareness of what it's doing. That's what this is. That's how we create the wrapper. That's how we keep it tight. That's how we keep our dough from popping out. Lift your right leg, open your hip, bend your knee, and step forward. Reach your right hand up. So ideally, your thumb's above your nose. Reach down. Now we're going to pivot 90 degrees to the left into a Prasarita position. Now I want you to focus on trying to flatten your back. That means you can bend your knees, because that will take tension out of your hamstrings. And now your back can lift your butt up. So what we're trying to do is create a flatter back. When I look over my left shoulder, I can see my mirror here. You might not have access to big mirrors, but just ask yourself, could you balance like a tray of food on your back or a tray of drinks, right? Now we're going to spill them. Leave your right hand on the floor. Reach your left hand out to the left. Now I want you to bring your left arm parallel to your mat and the ceiling, and turn to the left so you're looking at your left thumb. And now as you lift the left hand, try to draw your right ribs towards your left foot. Push a little harder into your left foot. So again, I want to emphasize the point here is not to get your left hand reaching for the ceiling, but reaching away from your left foot. And you may not get 90 degrees of rotation from the shoulders to the hips. Reach down. Walk your hands back to the top of your space. Step your right foot back. Do a push-up, for God's sakes. They're good for you. Down dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend the knee. Lift the knee as you open your hip. And step softly to the inside of the left hand. Reach your left hand up. Take a deep breath. These low lunge twists, I mean, if you look around the internet, talk to personal trainers, this is widely considered the best stretch. Most personal trainers, using air quotes here, it's the best stretch. And I don't know if it's the best, reach down, turn to your right 90 degrees. That's pretty freaking good. It's up there. All right, now, taking a moment, push the knees forward. Making the back flat. This feels a little bit like you're a sumo wrestler and you're getting ready to jump into the center of the circle and knock that other big fat guy over. Now, reach your right hand out to the right, look to your right. So I've got my left ear to the floor, or not on the floor, but turned to the floor. And I'm going to practice pushing into the right foot, the left foot. Pushing into the left foot as I reach up with the right hand. And I become very aware of the tension on my right hip and my left inner thigh. And I breathe through it. Because that's what we're really practicing, guys. We're working on becoming aware of the tensions we feel in our life and our mind and breathing through it. Release. Turn back to the top edge of your mat. Plant your hands, step back, touch your chest to the floor, push up, and press back. I'm feeling good. Lift your right leg, open your hip, bend your knee. Exhale, step forward. Reach your right hand up. Look up for your thumb, take a deep breath, pull your hips low. Exhale, reach down, turn to your left. Leave your right hand on the floor underneath your chest. Reach your left hand out to the left. Lift it as high as you can without rotating the left arm. As the left hand goes up, push down harder into the right foot and release. Turn back to the top of your mat. Point all 10 toes forward and rise. Taking both hands off the floor. Reaching up for the ceiling, sitting low towards the mat by bending the right knee, not by pressing into the left heel, okay? So on that side cam, you can see my back heel is down about as far as I can get it. So what I'm gonna do is lift it up high and push down into the ball. Bend your elbows 90 degrees, press your forearms back, pull your belly tight, and slowly turn to your right. Turn back to the front of the mat, reach up, take a deep breath in, exhale, plant your hands, step back, and do a push-up for me, guys. Okay, now I see what everybody's talking about. It's the first time I could see comments. This is so live. And how's the sound now, guys? Where are we at? Downward facing dog? Live. Life. Problems. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, open your hip, bend your knee. Exhale, step forward. Pull the hips down low. Reach the left hand high. Reach up, look up for your thumb. And reach down. Turn your body to the right 90 degrees. All 10 toes are now pointing at the long edge of the mat. Remember, guys, it's totally okay to bend those knees, right? Create a long, straight spine, because if it's straighter, It'll rotate better. Leave your left hand on the floor. Reach your right hand out to the right. And as you reach up with your right hand, you might feel your left knee bending more. Push into your left foot. Squeeze a little bit more juice out of that body and reach down. Turn back to the top of your mat and both hands go up. Thanks, Val. Sorry about that audio, guys. And I appreciate you sticking with me. Square off your hip bones to the top edge of your space. These bony protrusions right here on your hips, that's called the ASIS, and that's an acronym. Stands for anterior superior iliac crest. You don't need to know that so much as think of them as headlights of a car and shine them forward down the road. Pull the elbows down, press the forearms back, and that means you're trying to take your arms out of your peripheral vision. Slowly turn to your left. And when you turn, you can probably see your left arm. Just make sure you didn't swing the right arm forward. So press those forearms back as you turn. Return to facing forward, reach up, plant the hands, step back, do that push-up, do another one, maybe another one, I don't care. Press back into down dog. We fixed the sound. I'm jacked up on Red Bull and cinnamon rolls. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, step forward. I ain't fucking around no more. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, reach down, turn to your left. Reach your left hand up as you breathe in. Push into your right foot as you reach up with the left hand. Exhale, reach down, turn back to the top. Reach both hands up. Pull the elbows down, press the forearms back, tighten the belly up, and turn to the right. Reach up, face forward, exhale, plant the hands. What just happened? Step back, push up. Maybe do 3 or 1 or 5 with your knees down or up. It doesn't matter. Move that body, lift your left leg. Exhale, step forward. I'm going to get all 90s hip hop on you guys. Reach your left hand up, breathe in. Exhale, reach down, turn to the right. Reach your right hand out to the right. And push into your left foot as you reach up with your right hand. And turn back to the front. Reach both hands up. Anjaneyasana. Pull the elbows down. Tighten the belly. Back leg is straight. Turn to the left. Reach up, face forward. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Do some push-ups. They're filled with vitamins and minerals. Lift your right leg up. Open your hip, bend your knee. Exhale, step. Science. Reach your right hand up, breathe in. Exhale, turn to your left. This is our last set, guys. Reach your left hand up, breathe in. Exhale, turn back to the top of your mat. Reach both hands up, breathe in. Cactus the arms, tighten the belly, turn to the right. Inhale, face forward, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, bust out a few push-ups, and press back. Last one, left leg lifts. Exhale, step. Reach your left hand up, breathe in. Exhale, pivot to the right. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, turn back to the left. Inhale, reach both hands up. Cactus the arms, straighten the back leg, turn left. Reach up, face forward. Exhale, hands to the ground. We did it! Step back, bust out a few more push-ups, and maybe do one more when you're like, oh shit, I can't do one more. Try to do one more. Press back into down dog. Lower the knees. Hero's pose. Which camera am I on? If I wasn't live, I'd zoom right in so you could gaze into my eyes while I sing to you. Did you ever know you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. Okay, catch your breath. That's what I should be doing right now, because the salutation, that's the prefix of a yoga class. Now it's time to do the hard work. We're going to make it fun by just deciding that, okay? Step your right foot forward. Lean forward. Curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, and push into your right foot until your upright shoulders over hips. Lift the back heel, straighten the back leg. So you can see that my left leg is sort of diagonal to the plane of the earth, but my left foot is the shovel. It is digging down. So when you dig down, you're getting this nice active static stretch in your left hip. And if we take the hands up and just reach back, show your palms to the ceiling, and draw your armpits away from the ceiling while you press your heart through to the ceiling with the middle of your back. Stay on the inner edge of your right foot. Maybe take those hands back. This is just a big-ass hallelujah moment. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit. Draw your arms out of your peripheral vision. Hands away from the belly button. And release. Now we're going to reach back and lunge forward. And lift the left leg up. Now I want you to lower your chest to your right thigh. Bend your left knee so you're drawing your left heel towards your butt. And hands are reaching up. And reach back and see if you can touch your left heel. You'll have to lift your heart away from the top edge of your mat. And you'll have to really keep that heel close to your butt. Oh, I blew it. Did you? Step forward. I tried. Now lift that left knee up. I'm not trying to execute a perfect practice, and that's why I do like doing live classes. Now I want you to reach back. Straighten your left leg in front of you. Whoa. Oh, this is going to be nasty. Now bend your knee. Heel to the ceiling. Reach your arms forward. Hug that left knee to the midline. Bend the elbows if you need to lift your arms out of your periphery. And you might just see the shadow of your arms on the floor. And now we're going to reach back, rise up, lift the left knee, point your thumbs. It's like you're holding a basketball behind your butt. Straighten your left leg. Bend your knee. Heel to your butt. Reach forward, palms face the floor. So we're in a warrior 3, except for our left leg is bent. And just try to press that left foot up as you lift your elbows and armpits and palms. Last one. Reach back, turn your palms in, thumbs point at the floor. Straighten your left leg. Lift your collarbones, pull your groin back, and plant your left foot. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of a day. Cross your right ankle to your left thigh. It doesn't take long. It takes that 10, 15 minutes, maybe 2 minutes when we're on our mat, just inviting movement, exploring, doing salutations. And then once the body's warm and you feel the heart rate pick up and you feel that accountability, like I got to do this. Press your nipples towards your inner calf, push your butt back, bend your left knee. The more you sit and draw your butt back and chest forward, the more you're going to feel this. And it's delicious. I'd put it right up there with a Pillsbury cinnamon roll. We are not sponsored by Pillsbury cinnamon rolls, by the way, but I wouldn't mind it. They could give me a call. Rise up. Plant your right foot. Reach your hands in the air. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward. Touch your mat. Lift your left leg. Exhale, step it back. And left knee down, nice position. I really like incorporating lots of kneeling positions because this is what we have to do a lot, Since I had a child 8 years ago, I kneel down on my knees a lot, right? You got to get down to child size. Toe heel the right foot out to the right. And we're going to slide the right hand under the right thigh and slide the hands out wide. And now what I simply want you to do is pull your collarbones forward and try to tighten your left side and draw your right glute back. So you're going to feel that pressure of your right calf trying to push against your right bicep. This is your opportunity to try to lengthen over your board. That's your mat. And release. Now, planting the hands, stepping the right foot back so we're in a tabletop position, guys. I want you to step your hands to the right edge and step your feet off of the left edge so that we've turned 90 degrees. Beautiful. Now, knees on one edge and your toes might be spilling off the other edge. Place your left hand on the floor on the top edge of your mat, and we're going to lower the glutes. So now I've got my feet behind my butt, right? First thing I'm going to do is push my hips away from the hand. Let's practice that. Lower your butt back to the floor. And then push. So you push yourself onto your right knee. And when you sit, your right knee probably comes off of your mat. So hopefully you're feeling something akin to that. And now as you begin to lift your hips, you can reach your right hand up and over. And we're going to do that a couple more times. Lift your hips, reach up and over. And maybe one more time. Lift your hips, reach up and over. Good. Now let's mix it up a little bit. Your right hand's on the floor, lift your hips, lift your right knee. Notice that my knee is still bent. And then straighten your right leg. Bend your right knee to left knee. Sit to the hips. Lift the hips, lift the bent right knee, straighten it, bend it, and then ankle and knee connect, lower the hips, last one. Lift the hips, lift the bent knee, straighten the leg. Hold it. Maybe you can reach your right hand up. And release. Good job, guys. Returning to a downward facing dog. Press your heart back. And again, I want you to swivel the hips like you're trying to move a hula hoop around your waist, turning your belly button to the left and to the right. And also, the balls of your feet are pivoting. Feels like you're smashing out a cigarette. And lower your knees and sit to your heels. Woo! Yeah, this one's going to be good. You're going to need a nap later. All right, left foot forward, knight's position. Lunge into the left knee, curl the right toes under. See, it's not so much that we do everything like that, so much as I bring your awareness to the fact that those are parts of the body we're moving. We're connecting to our body. That's what gives us that magical paper shield that keeps the Pillsbury tube from exploding. And open up your arms, look up at the sky. This is your William Dafoe moment. If you got that reference, leave me a comment. I'll send you a t-shirt or a sticker or something. Can you get your hands and arms out of your peripheral vision? Remember, you're not falling back to your right foot. You're using your right foot to push your heart up. And beautiful. Let's come forward. Leaning forward. Reaching back. I'm hovering the chest over the left thigh. I'm even pulling my belly off my upper thigh. And then bring your weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot. We're going to take one moment here to reach down for the top edge of the mat. Hug the right knee in. And see if we can get the tip of the right big toe a little closer to the ceiling. And then slowly reach your hands out and back behind your back. Reaching up for the ceiling. And now lift your chest until maybe you can touch your heel. Got it. And then bring your right leg up in front of you. Oh, whoa. Is this you? Because it's me. This is not acting. Trust me, I'm a horrible actor. Now take your hands back. Palms face each other, thumbs point down, fingers are spread. Lift the right knee up, lift the collarbones. Here we go. Reach forward. Point your right big toe at the ceiling. You're trying to keep your hips from turning open to the right. So press into that left foot. Rise up. Reach back. Straighten your leg. Reach back. Bend your knee. Heel to your butt. Reach forward. Stronger. Rise up. We're getting a little stronger. Straighten your right leg. I lost count. Let's do one more. Like, fuck you, that was 3. Oh, geez, I knew I shouldn't have done one more. But I love you guys. And I want you to know I'm doing everything too. Rise up, straighten your leg, reach back, plant your foot. So that, all that movement, which feels like torment, is mechanical work we're getting the body used to again. Left ankle to the right thigh. Oh, my Lord. See, I can't even squat down quite yet. So I'm going to breathe. That's yoga's greatest lesson, perhaps. How to breathe through difficulty, through strain, through pain, through heartbreak, through uncertainty, through unprecedented times. And release. Didn't that feel great? Plant the foot. Reach up. And then trying to reestablish beauty from fatigue and exhaustion. Bow forward. Lift the right leg and step back. Lower the knee down. Toe heel the left foot left. Slide your left hand. And maybe your left hand, by the way, it can't come under your thigh, all right? If your hips are just saying no way, it might be enough to just kneel down, guys. I want you to know that. Take a knee. Not in my America. And bow. Now, while you're looking down, you can try to lengthen your chest without lifting your chin. You can also try to tighten your right side and lengthen your left, trying to push your left butt cheek back a little bit so that your side bodies from armpit to the hip feel even length. And then try to push your butt back a little bit, slide your heart down a little bit, heart forward a little bit, and release. My Lord. Okay, now go ahead and turn to the right edge of your mat. And now we can return to side facing so that we can do the other side. Make sure your knees are near the top edge. Maybe toes are spilling off the edge behind you. All right? I'm going to place my right hand to the right, lift my butt off the feet, and place my right butt cheek on the mat. From here, lift your hips. And use your right hand to push your hips towards the top edge of your mat. And then bring the hips down. Bring the hand down. Lift your hips. Reach up and over. And take it back down. Let's do one more like that. And maybe hold it for a breath or two. Turning your chest open to the wall. Not the ceiling, but the wall. And release. Now, left arm can reach up. You can leave it on the floor. It's not important what your left hand is doing. It's what's important is what our pelvis and our left side's doing. Push your butt off, lift your bent knee, straighten it, bend it, knee and ankle to knee and ankle, and lower your hips. 2 more like that, guys. Deliberately, slowly, choosing every aspect of the movement. Bend the knee, lower the leg to the leg, lower the butt to the floor. Last one, deliberate choices in how we breathe, how we move. Release. Hands to the top edge of the mat. Back in a downward facing dog. And press the heart back, the hips up. Look straight down. One of these days, they're going to create space-age polymers so that your mat actually could be a mirror. And if your mat was a mirror and you could look in your own face right now, you'd see that red puffiness of all the blood in your face, the sweat dripping off, the eyes just look like a deer in the headlights. Lower your knees. So that's why mats aren't made out of mirror, because that would be horrifying. You go, this is what I look like when I'm working. Step your right foot forward into Knight's Pose. Now, I promised you 2 challenges. We've prepared for the first one, all right? So we're going to push our weight forward, and then right foot resists and pushes you back, and you come up into the high lunge. And this mechanic here is really critical to everybody, no matter what your age, is being able to lower yourself down. Lunging is one of the body's 7 basic performances, right? Reaching forward, leaning forward, lift the left leg up, bend the left knee. Reach your arms back and try to touch your ankle. Now reach down, lower your chest to your knee, and touch your right ankle. And then lift your heart, reach back, and touch your left ankle. Reach down, bend the knee, touch your right ankle. And then rise up, lift your heart, lean back, reach back, touch that ankle, rise up. Nice job. I tell myself, because I don't know if you did it, but I did it. I did a nice job there. Right ankle over the left thigh. And we're simply going to just squat again into a standing half lotus. Nothing particular here, nothing fancy, but please make sure that you're actively trying to create a longer torso. Remember I commented on your headlights, that hip bone? Those go back, and your nipples become the headlights. Asis is back, or is it asi, plural? Oh, man. Hey, Google. And if you want to go deeper, lower your chest to your shin and touch left inner and outer ankle. But still, try to press your chest forward. Rise up. Plant your right foot. Good work, guys. Watch your palms connect, bow forward, spread the hands. And to the floor. Left foot steps back, and left knee goes down. Remember when we stepped back last time, the foot went out to the side? We slid the hand under, right? This time I want you to take your foot out a little bit wider onto the floor, and we're going to go elbows down under the hip bones. And that's what yoga blocks are for. They bring the floor up to you if your elbows won't come down. Maybe your elbows come down and your back is round. That's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know of anyone who spontaneously burst into flames. But we do want to try to pull the heart forward and push the butt cheeks back. And while I'm doing this, I'm rocking out to the right.
I'm rocking out. I'm rocking out to Hall & Oates. All right, guys, release that. And now I want you to take that right foot and step over your left leg. Keep your left knee down, okay? And all I want you to do is try to point your right knee at the back of your mat. Keep the left knee on the ground and pointing at the top of your mat. And reach up. Feel yourself balancing here with your hips and chest turned open. This is what's called foreshadowing. Reach down, back into your tabletop and back into a knight's pose. Left foot steps forward. Yoga classes used to be longer than 30 minutes. And, I don't know. I'm just a grouchy old man. Don't pay any attention to me. Just push your knee forward and then begin to drive into the left heel and the ball of the right foot to bring yourself up. Straighten the back leg, back heel high. And just because we worked on it on the first side, let's go forward and down and back. And then come forward, press and lift. And from the side, maybe you can see how this looks a lot like those pistons on the side of a train along the wheels, driving everything forward, pushing back. Now let's establish that high lunge and reach up. Now we're preparing for our big balance Lollapalooza here. Reaching forward, weight comes forward, right leg lifts. And bend your left knee and touch the inside and outside of your left ankle with your fingertips. And then lift your collarbones. Reach back and try to touch right inner and outer ankle. That was one. Bend your left knee lower down, touch inner and outer ankle. Lift the heart, reach back, open the chest, heel to your glute. That was two. Last one, reach down, touchy. And then reach back, lift the heart. I don't know if, I got one more. Rise up. Holy beef fajitas. Plant your right foot. Okay, I'm not going to pass out. That's the great news. Woo! We're pulling so much blood into our muscles. And not just balancing statically in a pose. We're moving dynamically from challenging position to challenging position. Let's go ahead and take the chest down towards that left calf. Are you still with me? God bless you. This is taped on a Saturday morning, so last night, me and Tiny Diamond, we watched the Baby Yoda show. That's what we call it. And reach down and touch your right inner and outer ankle if you want to. But again, keep trying to lengthen the chest and flatten the back. And pushing your right knee forward is going to push your left shin against your triceps. Push back. And release. Plant your left foot. Now just make it look easy. Reach up. Connect the palms. Watch them meet. Reach out and bow. Lift your right leg up. And exhale, step it back. Lower the knee down. And this time, remember, we're taking left foot all the way off the mat. It's banished. Go, left foot. Get off my mat. You're not welcome here. Lower the elbows down. So my whole point is this, okay? Getting back to Baby Yoda. He's cute, right? He's 50 years old. He's a 50-year-old baby. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm Baby Yoda. I'm a 50-plus year-old baby who's just still super cute, but really isn't any good for anything. And now try to push your hips out to the left, like you're trying to tap your left knee to a wall it's 3 inches away from. Push it out. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, that feels so glorious. Coming back onto the hands. Remember, we're going to take this left foot, step it behind the right calf. And it's going to look different to you. But all I want you to do is reach up and try to turn. Look up at the ceiling. And we're balancing on 4 points of contact. You got your left knee, or your left foot, your right knee, your right hand. 4 points of contact. And by that, I mean to say that what we're going to try to do is balance with 1 point of contact. That's the left foot. So here's how we're transitioning into the next section. Reach your left hand down, step your left foot back to the top of your mat. Pop that right knee up and turn to the long edge of your mat, which is now under your nipples. And go ahead and take your hands to your thighs and bend your knees to your thighs, push into your hands. And your back is nice and straight. Perfect camera there. So all I want you to do is turn your toes out to the corners of your mat. Keep your knees bent. Your palms are on your thighs, just above the knees. And now begin to press your arms straight. You're trying to push your knees away from each other. Okay. Now take your hands and slide them behind your back and bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. And now switch, bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. I better go to this cam. Remember, keep your chest proud, nipples against your shirt. I love teaching yoga because I can say nipples all the time with complete impunity. And then push left knee over left toe, straighten the right leg. And now when we go back to the right, we're going to try to sit all the way, pushing your knee over the back edge of your mat. Now we can take the hands out in front of us. Place your right hand on the floor, and then slide your right hand to the right so your tricep pushes your knee back. Reach your left hand up, and look up for your left thumb. And release. Let's go to the other side. You can walk or just slide the hips over and sit all the way to the left heel. Take your left hand and slide it across the floor till your tricep pushes your knee back, and reach your right hand up. Oh my goodness. And release. We're going to come back to the center, tighten the belly as you rise all the way up. So I get a lot of hate mail for this one. And we're coming into a warrior 2 position. This is going to be your second moving balance challenge today. And that's how we strengthen this posterior chain from mid-thigh all the way up to mid-back. So pointing your right toes to the back edge of your mat. Let's come into a triangle. Tilt the pelvis. And don't try to reach down right away. Like that was the end goal. What we're trying to do is create a straight line from the right heel to the right hip bone, and then across to the left hip bone and up the right side. So if you were to Photoshop out my left leg, then what my body looks like is either a greater sign or a less than sign. I can't tell with the mirror and the lenses. I don't know. But you get the idea, right? Here we go. This is going to suck. I'm stalling. Bend your right knee, place your right hand on the ground, and lift your left leg up into a half moon. Now let's practice once with our right hand down on the mat. Bend your left knee and draw it towards your chest. Try to turn your head so you can see your left knee approaching you. And then touch the outside of your left knee with your left index finger. Awesome. Now, straighten your left leg and bring your left hand back to your hip. Lift your heart until your right hand comes off the floor. And if you need to keep your right hand on the floor, do that. But I want you to bend your right knee until you can keep your spine straight but still touch your right big toe. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, and touch your left kneecap with your left index finger. Straighten the left leg, bend your right knee, touch your right big toe. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, and touch your left knee with your left finger. Last one, straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, touch your big toe, and then straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, and touch. And now, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. We're in a knight position facing the back of the mat. Are you still with me? Are you mad? I'd be mad. Now, turn your right foot out. There's not going to be any good camera angle for this. And just turn your chest to the right. I want you to keep your hips low, but keep pressing your left arm straight. So if you press down into your left hand, your left hip probably won't get to the floor. And if you want more, engage through the right heel and straighten your left leg. Did I say right heel? I meant left heel. Press through the left heel, push into the left hand, and just let the hips hang. Release. And now we're going to turn all the way to the other side and rise up into Warrior Two. I had to think about that. Reach your hands out. Move around. And this is like the practice. When I'm in Warrior Two, it's like, yeah, I'll take it. Open. Give me more discipline. God knows I need it. Give me more strength. Give me more resilience. I could use every bit I could get. How about you? Straighten your left leg. Tilt the pelvis. So before I bent my leg or straightened it, my spine was relatively straight. I'm just trying to keep it from becoming droopy. So much of our yoga practice is body weight exercise, and it's simply resisting gravity, using different angles, turning the body to the force of gravity, right? But come into your triangle. Whatever it looks like to you, and breathe. Because when I started yoga, you'd be hard pressed to find a yoga studio that was like just sort of herding people in and out for a workout, maximum sweat, maximum heat, and minimal thought. Are you ready? Ready for the hard work? Let's do it. We didn't put on this cute fucking outfit for nothing. Bend your left knee, place your left hand in front of your foot, pick up your right leg. Let's leave the left hand down for the first one. And you may even need to place your hand on a block or a chair. Steady yourself any way you need to. Bend your right knee and turn your head so you can see your right knee coming towards your chin. And then simply touch your knee with your index finger. And then we're going to straighten the right leg and lift the heart till the left hand comes off the floor and the left leg is straight. Now, you're not going to lower your heart to touch your left big toe. You're going to bend your left knee to touch your big toe. After you touch it, straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, and touch your right knee. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, and touch your left big toe. Straighten your left leg, Bend your right knee, touch your right knee. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, touch your left big toe. Come up one more time. Bend the knee and touch. And now try to use your knee to push your finger up. You're almost done. And release. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Lower the knee. We did it. Now I'm going to go to the other cam so you can see I'm going to take my left foot, turn it left. I'm going to take my right foot and turn it left, pivoting my body to the left. And rather than allowing my hip to come to the ground by shoulder rising to the ear or elbow bending, I'm going to push my shoulder away from my ear. And then I might press through the right heel to straighten the right leg and just allow the hips to hang. And release. Lower the right knee down, step the left foot back. Rest your hands on your thighs. Level your jaw to the floor, your eyes to the horizon. Close your eyes. Feel your head regally on top of your shoulders, shoulder blades on your back. As if you're going to be immortalized for like an ancient Egyptian statue. I would be Horus. That guy was a baller. Are you ready? Slide your hands forward. Slide your right shin forward behind the hands. We're in a pigeon. We're going to gloriously do practically nothing. Just bring it down, belly button towards Achilles. Wherever you're at here, take the opportunity to feel and experience the breath you're taking right now. This is a perfect moment. There's no bills. There's no pandemic. There's no unemployment. There's no arguments. There's simply you breathing in this moment and using the moments we've spent on our mat today to prepare for what comes next. You might need to come onto your left hand to reach back with your right hand and grab your left foot. So in other words, as I turn to the side camera, if I can't reach back and get my foot, then I might just need to be on this hand, right? And maybe you're on this left hand and you still can't grab your foot. You can always, grab your pant, pull it up. You can ask a friend, hey, come fucking get off the couch and help me. But wherever you are, breathe. This is the time when I just get like super insightful and I start singing Neil Diamond. Turn on your heart light. Let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow. Release for all the world to see. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, stimulate that blood flow back into the right leg. Did you ever know that you're my yogis? Push your heart back and then lower your knees down. Slide left shin behind the hands. Slide your right knee back. Let's pigeon it up. Invite in the stillness. Broaden the awareness. See, if you can focus even a little bit while some fucking weirdo is singing Neil Diamond badly, then you're gold, man. You got what it takes. You're going to go far. Man, I love yoga. But as I admit, I'm a 50-plus-year-old baby, and I like fart jokes. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and she keeps me young. So, part of our lesson is always learning to let go of what other people think about us. Lies the crux of so much psychological bullshit. Now let's reach back, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, and remember, you might need to lasso your foot with a towel or use a strap. Come onto your right hand, or phone a neighbor, phone a friend. But press that heel towards your tailbone and turn your chest. Maybe more tone into the left leg. Push into the left shin, the left knee. Keep lifting the collarbones away from the left thigh and turning. And keep breathing. Release. Lower your left hip to the ground and sweep your right leg around. When you watch this, it may be a Tuesday night. Come into Sukhasana for a moment. It may be a Friday, 2 a.m., I don't know. But this is recorded on a Saturday morning, and Saturdays is when me and my daughter love to play and eat whatever we want. We try to maintain a very healthy, good diet Monday through Friday, and weekends are fun, right? Walk your hands forward. Hopefully our pigeons gave us a little bit more access here in our forward Sukhasana. Place your palms on the top corners. And your head doesn't need to get to the floor. Don't let me discourage you, however. If you want to bring your forehead to the floor, if it'll go there, then good for you being so flexible and pain-free. Good for you. Try to draw your collarbones forward, because all the space just by going forward is created in your back. Just create a little bit more space in the front again, and that creates a little bit more activation on the back, which means you're stretching actively. And then we're just going to walk the hands out to the right and try to draw the heart over the right thigh or the right knee. To go a little bit further, you can always place your left hand on your right hand and try to hold your right hand down with your left hand. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's go ahead and switch out the feet so that the left leg is in front. And then slide or step the hands back into the top corners. You can lower your head to the floor. You can leave your head lifted off the floor. Just be aware. Make choices rather than let gravity make all of your choices. And if you allow gravity deliberately, if you say, I'm going to rest my head, I'm going to soften, I'm going to relax, that's a choice. But whatever it is, make it a choice. Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young child's dream. Walk your hands over to the left. Yeah, I'm not letting that one go yet. And right hand on the left hand. Pull the belly away from the thigh so you can turn the belly a little bit more to the thigh. Try to hold your left hand down with your right hand. Delicious. Rise back up. Lie down on your back. We're bringing this one back into the barn. onto your backs, knees towards biceps, creating optimal farting position. Reach between the knees for the outside edge of the feet. Bring the soles of the feet together and pull the arches of the feet to the sternum or to the belly or the groin. And then try to lift your lumbar off of your mat by drawing your knees to the top corners. Release your feet to the mat, your hands to the mat. Slide your left leg straight and guide your right knee across your hips with your left palm. Reach your right hand to the right. Turn your head to the right. So as we bring our practice to a conclusion today, I just want to thank all of our producers on Patreon for allowing these classes to be recorded and put online for everybody. Those are the people that are the same type of people that would pick up a piece of trash in the road. It's not necessarily their responsibility, but they do it because it's right. And supporting good yoga on YouTube is right, even if it's not mine. Straighten your left leg, square your hips, straighten your right leg. And with your right hand, guide your left knee across. Support weird yoga. Support yoga for us aging generations. Breathe deep. If you're still here, if you haven't shut this off, if you haven't decided to go get donuts and mimosas, and don't let me discourage that type of behavior either, just wait a few more minutes. But thank you. And your future self thanks you because you're a little bit stronger, a little bit more resilient, a little bit more patient. Release. If your body still needs a pose, I didn't suggest, please feel free to do it. But you can always bring it to a conclusion by giving yourself a hug, a nice, loving hug. And then stretch out. Rest your arms at your sides. Pick up your shoulder blades and tuck them a little bit closer to your spine. Melt them back into your mat. Let your toes fall open, gap between your heels. Soften the jaw. Shavasana is the antithesis of everything we've just done. It is the complete surrender. It's the water in the sun. It's just going to allow itself to be evaporated and disappear and lift up. Scott's on drugs. No, I'm on yoga, guys, and I appreciate you being here with me. Have a lovely day. I'll see you back here on the mat very soon. Bless you guys. Namaste.